Hi guys, welcome to Let's Talk About It Creative. It's the Creative Colony Project's first podcast series, and we have our cast here who are also volunteers of the Creative Colony Project. So, nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
We've met
Uju.
before now.
So, what?
We've met before.
No, I just met you today.
Oh yeah, already.
So, I'm your host for this show, and my name is Iwatsuanyeda Maegu. I am a podcast host as well. I am a creative fashion designer and a baby girl.
Period.
My name is Samuel Ogoshino, the creative director, Keksa Not by YSL.
Would you?
Who is the next person?
okay.
No,
I
I've
think
said your name for you. Yeah.
Okay, hi, I'm Obianu Ju. I am a digital marketer, project manager, operations expert, all around creative.
Hi, my name is Noye Tonto Overseen. I'm a virtual assistant, a model, a content creator, and also a Texas.
Hi, my name is Bukumi Akintunde, Chef Books. I am a personal chef, a filmmaker, and a social worker.
Hi, my name is Olatide Wright, professionally known as Today. I'm a singer-songwriter, artist, painter, digital marketer, project manager. I do a lot of things, and I'm a creative. So, like being a jack of all trade I feel like it's my forte, and it does. Even if it makes me seem like a master of none, like it makes me the most interesting person in the room when I do walk in the room. So
When does it end?
it doesn't end. It doesn't end. I keep going.
Like the boy
Honestly,
was made.
that's it's the grind. I mean,
That's great.
Okay, guys, welcome to the episode. It's the pilot. It's the first episode. So we'll start nice, and we'll start about the creative. Like, how did you know that I am a creative? So, you guys just take turn and tell us what was the pivotal moment where you realized that you are a creative or that you would want to be a creative? Anyone could go first.
I think when I was little, I could think outside the box. I was very good at thinking outside the box. Like I could just look at the sky and say, okay, this is what the sky looks like, or the cloud. Sorry, this is what the cloud.
Schizophrenia, but go on.
No, just say, oh, this is what the cloud looks like. And I was also very good with like lettering and everything. I really liked things that had to do with like a lot of art. So, and another thing about me was the fact that I like humanity a lot. So there was really no way I wouldn't have studied social work. So social work was literally on my
Your
path. Yeah.
word.
And honestly, like the remaining things I'm actually doing are things that I find very comfortable, like my chef work. I love to cook a whole lot. Like that is literally my comfort zone. Film is my baby.
Yes.
Film is my baby. I could be on set for like 24 hours and I will still be working. So film is something I really like. So everything I find myself doing right now is something that I find very comfortable doing. So yeah.
Okay, great.
I think I realized I was a creative was when I started drawing comic books in like primary 2, and I used to sell it to my classmates for 15 naira.
Okay, period.
Yeah, so that was
From
when
the jump. From the jump.
it was like I was literally primary 2. Like I'm not even guessing, like because I would usually like trace other stuff. So like my first creative experience was art. That was my first love.
That was a very
So
tender
it wasn't singing, it wasn't anything. It was just drawing. It was just that guy. So I had this classmate, or he would always like ask me. He was my only customer. He would just ask me like, "You have when's the next episode coming out?" I said, "I got you. I don't go home. I just
You remember all those
yeah."
things?
But it was only that time. That was my just like trying to do comic book. Then I realized that I was just then I just started painting and drawing. Then my dad too took a liking to it because we had paintings all over the house, sculptures and so. So that was really what ignited the passion because it was just all over the house. So like I would play with them with my action figures and stuff. Maybe like in like the bouquet that is just in front of one painting, that's a forest. So I'll put like 3 guys there. so, so that was how it was for me, and that was where like it started. And my dad was very instrumental in terms of my like inspiring my creativity as well as singing too, because every R&B song he used to play it, but whenever I take this CD to my room and play it, he'll come and have a talk that is not for my age. So, but yeah, it was from time. It was from time at that young age. Yeah.
Well, for me, I think mine was because of the kind of content I consumed while growing up. So I used to watch, I'm trying to remember the channel right now. I can't remember it, but it was fashion show. So, and then we had a lot of all these fashion magazines lying around the house. And I just knew I wanted to be like one of those girls, I wanted to just dress up and be on the runway. But then, as life will have it, I did not meet the height requirements. So I knew I had to switch to something else. And well,
Well, I think it's the 21st century, and people are being more like height inclusive to us that are closer to the ground.
That's now it's not there. And then it keeps changing. At some point, they want someone very tall. At some point, they want someone very fat. At some point, they want someone very slim.
I
So
think it
I was
depends on what
I was
type
even
of
talking
woman.
about someone that there was these 3 years that there was this craze of plus size models on the runway, and then ever since then, now back to skinny.
Skinny girls.
Okay.
I mean, if you check social media, that's what's currently going on. I mean, there was a wave of BBL girls, and then everybody's on that brand. You know that
And they are
brand everybody's taking
removing
right
it.
now.
Everybody's
Their
taking
hair
it
to
off.
slim down.
Exactly, and they're all in the gym.
You don't know what's going on.
Taking Ozempic.
I said that to honor my brother. And then start jogging and telling me to go to the gym. Wow.
So not meeting the height requirements for runway modeling. Yeah, it made me feel insecure about my body, yes, to an extent, but I've gotten over it now. So I found other aspects of modeling. There's the face modeling, there's the fashion, the hair. So I just delved into other types of modeling. And then I feel like I will still go back to the runway modeling. It's coming. It's in the future, it's coming.
I mean, anything to look tiny.
So
When you start frying chin chin. What's it like that? When?
I think that's the best part actually. Because the very first ever pastry I ever made was chin chin. And that was so funny because it was summer and I think so
In Nigeria.
yeah
It was summer. What
okay,
month?
sorry. Okay.
I don't like people like
We didn't go for summer school. Calm down. So we didn't go for
Okay.
summer school. So the African parent mentality, when you offend from first term to second term to third term, and they're looking for a way to punish you, and they're like, okay, you see this thing you are aiming at, you will not get it. So that was the punishment for me. So I didn't go for summer school, and
You went
I was
for-
at home. Everybody will go for summer and all that. So my mom used to have this part in her kitchen cupboard where she has cookery books and all that. So as now only me and not in the house, I just carried one of them, went through it. Everything is in the house, and before they came back, I even set the dining, had juice, had everything. So everybody came back from summer
Wait, trying to
school.
apologize.
I was not even trying to apologize.
It looks like
Probably I was trying to be more mean that let's look me and be okay, let's go. So everybody came back and the dining was set already, and so she just looked at me and she was like, "What's the meaning of this?" I'm like, "Mom, just taste it and give me a feedback."
feedback.
So she ate it and she just started. It was like. in
So
my
did she
mind-
like it or not?
In my mind, I'm like, you're meant to appreciate this whole thing. Then she started from, you wasted my oil, you wasted my So it went like that, and when my brother came and it was like, you can do better. And so that thing really got to me that, okay, I can do better. And well, our best-selling product today is
Chin
Chin
chin.
Chin.
Chin chin.
I mean, did she like it or not?
Not that she didn't like
But you
it, not that she didn't like it, but the
Don't
fact
say
that
that,
I was
can be
under
like that.
punishment.
Exactly.
And my flour.
Send you
Wow.
And you cannot use oil for chin
Beat
chin
the
to cook
creativity
soup for
out
your
of
husband
you,
now.
guys.
Come on.
Ah, no.
So rating my first chin chin ever, genuinely, I'll be rating it a 10 over 10. That's how it was.
That was good.
Nice.
Okay, so how did I know I was a creative? So you know this cliche response that people give, especially if you are working under the social media space and everything, they're, oh, I took this course, I took that course, I took this course, that's how I started this. That was not my own case. My own case was that I can press phone. I am always on my phone. Like anytime, right from when I was small, I don't know. I won't call it an addiction. I would just say that I was always involved in what is happening in social media. I always see what's happening. I'm always like, oh, how this person doing this? How this person doing that? So I'm like, why am I wasting my time, my strength, my energy? Every time you're on the phone, nothing is happening. At least I might as well make some money out of it. So aside from already being tech savvy and everything, I am a very big multitasker. So you can see me sitting on this chair, pressing my phone. I'm literally attending to 5, 6, 7 things at a time. So, and I'm like, if I can do this, obviously I can handle different projects. I know how to, I have good organization skills. I know how to get people together and stuff. And I'm like, Omo, if this is where it is, now here I go.
I've got this where you are going.
That's basically what it is. So yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, for me, I was raised by academics, so I wasn't really say creative. My dad actually makes music, but then I never got into like music or nothing like that. But one thing that I did obsess over when I was growing up was clothes. It wasn't even makeup. Like makeup came like, whoa, I was in like my third year before I got obsessed with that one. It was just clothes. And then my parents were not like flashy people. So I'm like, Ibolom, like where did you get this behavior from? Like this one thing, where is it from? So it was just that. And then I loved clothes so much. You know the I took my GCEs, SS2.
Yeah.
You know, you don't really feel pressure to really go for like, I started a public school, so you don't really feel pressure to go for like school or classes anymore. So I started to learn tailoring. But honestly, by the time I left there, like 3 months later, I did not learn anything. I bought food and I went to the markets for her. You pick a child.
Like, why is it always like that?
And
You
then,
pay for
like,
something.
Once in like 3 weeks, you now say, yeah, Bush come. So you don't know how to. I'm like, I don't remember you.
Did they teach you?
I don't remember you showing me how to. So that was it. And then it just became like, it went away. And then COVID 2020, everybody was at home. And I was at home. And I was watching so much anime. And then I just literally opened YouTube. And then I just like said, you know what? I'm just going to learn to sew. And I got a sewing machine. And that was it for me.
So you learned sewing from YouTube.
Period.
Wow.
Wow. After 3 months of physical training.
That was not physical training. It naturally was preparing her for something else.
I was just surrounding her when they were sewing clothes.
It's also about like, I feel like it's also about like interest. Interest is important at the time when you get.
No, I totally forgot about it. I forgot about it for like say like 4 years actually. It was since 2015 that I did that whole thing, and then 5 years later, that's when I just got back into it, and it was fun. It's still fun, not to produce, but like.
So you're like a pro and stuff.
No, I'm not a pro, but like you call me there.
I mean,
Yeah, you can call me that. So, okay, yes, I'm so happy that we're all creatives and then they gave it to us when we were born. They put it in our mind from young to be creatives. But like in your journey of being creatives, what has been like, say, some memorable experiences? Well, not memorable in the, memorable in the, what the fuck?
So like negative.
Yes.
I remember one clearly. Oh.
No.
Okay, oh, let me go.
Let us go. Leave out. Leave out.
It's like this modeling thing here.
Oh.
All right, so I think that was like my first year in Unilag. I was still a fresher now, you know. And then for most Unilag girls, I feel like this is something, most university girls, not Unilag girls, this is something they may be able to relate with. So you're a young girl, you know, people have told you you're fine, maybe your skin is fine, or you make it big in this modeling industry, and then you're thinking about it, you're watching videos, you're just consuming content that says, that makes you feel like you'll be good at certain things, and then you don't have this guy come tell you, oh, I'm a director, or I'm a photographer, or and you can come to my studio. I'll take you pictures. We'll put you on billboards, calendar, all those things. And that's like
I
the
know, I
meet
think it's
you.
probably a Unilag thing. They don't do a father of
Eh.
that one UI. Why? Never offered
Which
us.
billboard do you have in mind?
So, I'm not finished. Oh, let's wait for the billboard first. Okay. What's in there? So that's how you told me. I was like, this is my time to shine.
Already
Let's go there. Oh yeah, now. So somewhere in Yaba, Ozone side, I can't remember the exact building except I passed there. I sure got there that they already told my friends so that I got one big deal. So I think that was the time that Delta girls were winning. You know this calendar that has like four
Yeah,
different
soap
fine
adverts.
girls, soap, all these soap adverts and all of that. So that's what I was aiming for. Oh my god, the next day I should remove my clothes. I said, oh okay. I should remove
far.
clothes. Like, is it part of the OB board? Is it part of the OB board?
Fresh skin from your first
It was
one,
like, no, that we have to get like the nude look first. And I'm like, I'm just starting out though. My
I just
parents, they
arrived.
will kill me. Like, you get. You know, say I should do portrait and landscape and all those things that I used to do. You said I
Landscape
should
of
remove.
what? It's soap, yeah.
I should remove clothes.
Clothes back.
Oh man, it was not funny. I
Come
stood
on.
there. And then I was like, don't do. You really be thinking about this thing. Let's just do it now. And I took off the first clothes now. I was not wearing like you know, you wear tights and then you have like a singlet
Like
on. And
a-
they were like, no, that has to be brown pants and we have to be very professional. At that point, I said, okay, I'm going
Professional
home.
brown.
I'm going home. I'm not doing. And I left and I felt so sad. I was sorry in my house. I was thinking, so like, should I have done it? Is this what these girls do? Is that? Once I reached out someone, they were like, no, that you will not have done that from there.
That's
Next thing you
what they
know,
shoot
the
to.
guy will not start adjusting you. You know how they do sometimes in shoots. They will not start adjusting. Before you know, they'll tell you they're trying to do something, but one hand is already under your breast, and then you're wondering, is this how this thing? Is this how it works? Is this what they do?
Gaslight
God,
yourself.
It was a very
So,
stupid.
no.
Nobody can tell me to off cloth now,
Not
Sha.
cute.
Except I'm going for nude shoots. It was a very nonsense experience, and I'm sure that a lot of young girls probably fell into that because they
Yeah.
thought it was going to get them to the limelight as fast as
As
possible.
possible.
So it was
It still happens.
Terrible.
And I had this experience in like 2016, and I think was it 2016 because my dad always made me used to like work during the summertime.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
almost so like I don't know because you can enter me somehow for Nigeria. So that time I was working at this advertising agency. Like I know that I was like 19 or 20. I'm not sure what year it was, but I was very young. But I'm just tall. So they had me doing a lot of stuff because they really like because of like I have like quite good organizational skills and all that sort of stuff. So like I excelled, and they gave me more responsibility as an intern. And one of the responsibility was to like interview models for an activation. So I was now interviewing models with one of my colleagues. So she's a high level staff, so she doesn't have to be there. She just comes and goes. Literally, one of the models started like winking at me. And it was the first time that I experienced that. And I know why she's doing that.
Because she's been
So she can get
exposed
into
to
space.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she
wants
wants your attention.
So, and this is already, first of all, I might be tall and everyone is calling me Mr. Today. And my voice is deep, but I'm young. So it was scary. It was actually scary because the lady that was doing it was quite old. Like, do you understand?
I
She
can
was,
just imagine today's
she was like
reaction.
an OG. That was how I was. I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't even say anything. I just
You
said,
know that,
I
you know
said,
that, you know that Rema video, anti-star.
I swear, it was as it happened. It was like she just across the table, and I was interviewing everybody, talking to everybody. You get, and they just okay. And that one was we asked her questions, but she couldn't like speak well. And so the next time I just looked and I see somebody just
Come on.
literally like, and it was literally like scary. Like I was like, no, like that was how I just felt. No.
If you were one of those men, that's the girl that
Yeah. Facts.
You like a forward,
Facts.
bold woman. She'll be bold on screen.
Sometimes you can do it and still not get it.
Now that kind
Sha.
of person go
Yes,
really
you
well.
get.
Or those that try to pay you exposure.
Oh no,
Please, let me just bury my head on
no.
that
I have that one. So obviously when I go to invest now, unfortunately, yellow light skin girl, oh no, nice one. You might be a midget, but you can be a face model. And thank you. No. I had locks then. They were long, waistline. Oh no, it was a dream come true for them. Like they had creative freedom to do and undo with this muse. And then every time, you just realize I actually spent like 8 hours today for 0 naira yeah, let's work on something, let's collaborate. And then there's the makeup artist, and then there's the photographer, and the people that are doing the direction and everything. And then you are there. They are actually using that one to get more customers. But you are doing the modeling for free
Exposure.
to get more free customer. Like customers that want to use you for
Customers
Without,
like
yeah.
the mathematics was not working at all. And then when like makeup artists then started like doing this thing of like they will call you and then
Yeah,
you
face
come
modeling.
like do face modeling for them. No problem, I will go. But then you can't pay me 10K. I'll leave
mean-
you where you can't pay me 10K. And then it wasn't actually 5K, 2017, 2018. They offer you 5,000 and your transport fare to come and meet them. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And then you go home, you wipe off your makeup, your skin starts to do so
React,
many,
yeah.
many things. And a 5K they give you.
So there's this actress. I was working on sets one time, and we just literally finished like an overnight shoot, and we're supposed to shoot like the next morning, like around, I think it was around 10. We got back on set around 10, and we like the shoot ran till like around 8 at night. So initially I'd spoken to this actress because I had a conversation with her about my dad. So I'd spoken to her about my dad. She had, oh, you are my daughter, and all of those chicky things. So I sat down on a chair. She even took my food. Yeah, she begged for my food. She chopped everything.
Is
She
she
literally
known?
took yes, very.
Ha!
She took half and then left. I said, and came back. She was like, just take everything. I'm like, see, pack up some. Me wait buy food. I'm not hungry, Abby. So I just started to like take everything. So at night, I sat down on a chair and because I was very exhausted. I was very tired. So I was literally like facing where they were shooting, and like I put my head down and like I was pressing my phone. And then I now realize, like, I didn't realize early, but like I realized someone was like coming towards me. And I mean, it's not my business, wherever you're going to. So I was still pressing my phone. The next now is Obaje. I now raised
Like,
up
who
my
is
head.
you?
Eh?
I'm like, who is you?
I now raised up my head. So I was like, what?
She doesn't have respect, kind of thing.
So I now
Yeah, Obajo
raised
is
up.
Sports.
but like ill
Like
mannered,
you're
more like
rude,
ill
yeah.
mannered.
Okay.
So I raised up my head. So I was like, So she was like, you're a very, very stupid girl. This is that. Can't you see that I'm coming? Can't you stand up? I was like, that's how.
I fed you
And
this
the
afternoon.
funniest thing was,
Like, wait.
the funniest thing was that there was another actor that literally stood up for me to sit.
Sit down.
Because he could see how tired I was.
Okay. There you go.
So I was not like, how now? Like, I was not wondering. So I didn't stand up for a bit. And I still sat down. I was like, continue to rant.
Aura for aura.
Then I looked at the person I was working with. She was like, I should stand up. Because one thing about these actors is that they like the spotlight. They like to do crazy things. I think they're given the opportunity to do crazy things. They like to do crazy things. So
Like public crash out, like to be shouting.
yes,
No matter.
madness. So, so the person was like, I should just stand up and everything. So I stood up, like stood by her side. I should have left, Shibi.
Yeah.
I stood by her side. I stood by her side and I was like literally still pissed off because I was having terrible migraine. I was still pissed off and everything. And she was still standing there and saying, the chair is wasting.
Thank you.
She was still standing there saying, do you know how old my daughter is? My daughter is old. To the extent that the director came out, like, what's the problem? She was like, oh, stupid girl, yini, oh, baje, code, I'm like, the director was like, what happened? Like, code, did they for me joko?
But
Like,
they were
everybody
both
now
now
looked at
standing with an empty chair.
exactly. So everybody that looked at her, I was like, so, you literally insulted me already.
I
And the next
swear.
thing I just did was,
Sit on it.
like,
Sit back
Take
on
the
it
chair home.
because
sit down.
I stood up.
That's when she just shouted, hey, this girl is a very this. I should carry the chair on my head, Abby. I should do this. I was like, oh man, like, I'm not even in the mood for all of this. Because if
needed
I
an
talk
outlet.
back, 'cause
Yeah,
Because from where to
exactly.
where?
one thing I always avoid is that because she's a known actress, they can can spoil someone's career at like the
Yeah.
I
the
spoil
very
your
beginning.
face. You cannot
Especially
act
when you're in
again.
the
How
same
about
Exactly.
They will
Exactly.
literally tell you to your face.
Yes.
Like,
So like
we can't stop you.
I didn't literally say anything. So I went like to the back to actually cry my eyes out. Like I don't know if I was crying because I was having a headache or I was crying because she insulted me. Everything was just yes, so
Don't
everything
worry,
was
like,
just
It
that
It
bad.
happens to everyone. Like,
So that I mean, maybe that did not really pain me much. And I think when I do something wrong, I always like to apologize. Or when I just feel like this, I just always like to apologize. So after like the whole shoot and all, I then she went into a car, another known person. She went into a car and I went
this is
there.
another experience.
No, it's
No,
same,
same experience, same
You
night.
said that, okay.
So I went there and then I like literally like knocked on the door. So the
window.
person told me that she was at the back of the car. So I went there, knocked, and the next minute the car just zoomed off.
Oh,
And I just stood there like this. I now faced, and there were like a whole lot of crew members
part of the
looking
set?
at me. I now faced them. I was like,
you have taken your mandate back. But
Was that part of the movie?
I was actually very shocked.
That's all right.
What I would do to worsen this situation is I would probably not stand up. I'll probably just still sit there and allow her continue to rant like I don't care. And to make the situation better, I think what I did was to make the situation better. So like that was literally what I would have done. But I would have probably walked away instead of doing like this to her. So yeah, that's it. I pay me.
When they invite you for a networking event, please ask them what type of networking.
Oh, I guess where you're going to. I guess where
Let
you're
me first
going.
drop this cup.
Did you meet people or you did not?
Oh, did not miss it. There was a meeting.
So here's what happened. So basically, I was working with this team. I'm not going to mention whatever they do, but I was working with a team. Mind you, they were only guys and I was the only girl. And I just joined them 2 weeks prior to this networking
event. Ha.
To this networking event. So days leading to the event, they're like, it's you have to wear white, like an all white type of networking
Party.
I'm like, oh, that's cool. I mean, I think the first red flag I would have taken from that,
What network party has a dress theme?
relax. I think the first red flag was that they picked out what I was going to wear.
Sorry?
That's how.
So they sent me option, and you know how they put it? They put it in a way like, oh, let's buy you a dress. Like, you know how they'll say, oh, Uju, let's buy you a dress, Joe. Like, as if, no, they are doing something
normal.
nice for you.
Yeah.
So they're sending options, pick
allowance.
whatever you like, pick which dress you like. And I'm like, these dresses that you people are sending,
Eh?
am I wearing the dress that be the dress is wearing it? Like, what part of, like, these dresses are nice. So I'm like, can I see other options? They were like, just pick one from this one now. So I just had to pick like one of the relatively something that is just close to
Good.
actually covering my body.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
You never figured what she was saying from the beginning. Saying a networking party, but we should ask which
She's
kind
the
of
only girl in
network.
between the network.
It's not, maybe it might not be meeting of
gender
people, it can be
balance.
meeting of genitals. People should be
is.
asking for class.
I got the dress, whatever.
You find Fuza specially.
It was time for the event. I'm waiting for the event. I'm seeing, so it was majorly Chinese people that were around, all these white type of mixed with Nigerians and stuff. I'm like, okay, cool. Said that we should go around and just talk to people and just network. I said, oh, okay, that's cool. So they're coming to you, you're talking, you're telling them what you and your team does and everything. I'm just like, okay, that's fine. So
What can you do for me?
we went to sit down in a particular, so the setting was like, let's say this stool is like a bigger stool, but you and your team are just sitting around it. So one Chinese man came to talk to us. I'm like, they were talking to us, I'm just telling us, talking about everything. I'm like, what's your name? I'm telling them my name and everything. I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I'm like, do we want to talk? I'm like, I'm not looking at my team, like, what's happening? Like, yeah, just go and talk to him. I said, okay, that's fine. We're in the corner talking and everything. That tell me about, they'll use the whole work.
Yeah,
tell me about what
Give
you
me your elevator pitch.
When you say your team, Like
four
they
boys.
paired
Team
you
of
guys.
boys.
The
She's
team of boys.
She's
The boys.
working with a team of
She
just-
Six
she
guys,
just
like,
resumed
they have,
with
like, a
them
whole
2
organization.
2 weeks
Ah.
prior to this event.
events.
So like, oh no, just go and talk to him.
They
Like,
even
oh,
hired
okay,
you for
that's
the
fine.
event.
Is that-
They're about to fire you after the event.
So I'm like, what does you and your team do? Well, you know how Chinese people talk, they talk in a way you might not really understand what they're
Yeah.
saying.
My
I'm
team?
like, oh, I can't really understand what you're saying. I'm like, do you want to go to a more private place? I
Where you
said,
can
I
hear
can't
me- you can
understand
hear
you.
me
So
because
example
I cannot
is
hear you.
It will echo.
She said, I don't
which
really
way to you?
understand.
I said, I can't understand you, not I can't hear you.
Be closer to you.
So and I'll use like oh, let me just get my bag. I don't want to tell my team members that see what's happening, you know, like thinking that this ones will understand the situation.
go now.
They're like,
Swear you don't know
okay,
about
go
UK
now.
wedding.
I swear.
I don't know what you're
Tell me why you're the only female there. Of course, now, like this kept like,
Oh no,
yeah.
don't be scared. Obviously, he cannot do anything to you.
Right?
He said, obviously.
She did not replace me. Oh.
I said, just go. Don't worry. Don't have anything to worry about. I took my bag. I just walk in. Before we even left the so-called place that we are going to, the guy had
Touching
put his
your
hand on my
eye.
ash.
So that's it.
What?
Obviously,
What
not
do
going
you
to
call
do
it?
anything to you.
Oh, you heard me. You heard me.
What's that?
Was that special?
Was that specially?
So the place, I didn't even know what the
okay.
building was
I don't know
like.
if
I
it's
just know
Italian,
that
but I said to glamour.
I didn't know what the
It means,
building
like,
was like, so I just know that the
premium.
floor we were in was like a hall. That's where we were doing the event. So I don't know what was upstairs. I don't know whether it was
down.
whether we were rooms or whatever. So before we even left the hall or whatever, somebody's hand is already on my ass.
He could
On
not
your
see.
backside.
He needed direction.
You needed
He was
direction.
holding
I'm like, oh please,
Like-
please. I'm like, oh please, I'm not really. I'm like, oh what did you know? You don't. I'm like, oh no, I'm not like I'm like don't. It's too like we're getting too much. You understand? I'm like, your team no talk to you.
Hey.
That's very Chinese.
I'm like, talk to me
Team
about
not talk
like
to me.
what's happening. Like, and I'm not understand. Talk to me about your team. No talk to you. Follow me. Go this one.
Follow me.
I'm like, oh no, sir. I'm not sure I totally
Your
understand.
team.
Your team
You pay your team. You tell your team bring you.
Me pay, you come.
I lesbian.
You go. I know you.
So I'm like trying to relate to him, like, I don't understand the arrangement that you and this person has. Obviously, at that point, I already knew what was happening.
What's happening?
And then they are
Yeah.
saying,
These niggas
obviously, go.
are,
You will not do
you get
anything.
these niggas are trying to pimp me out. That's what was happening there. Like
That's
it
why
had-
they hired
everything
you
has
now.
already dawned on me. Like, oh, this is what is, mind you, that's the first official work I've done with them.
That's why they hired you.
Official.
Yeah.
I was
Why
even
can't they
about
actually-
to
Don't they give you an
say, it's sexual harassment, but it's trafficking.
Yeah, it is.
Why couldn't just
They
they
see,
could
like,
actually
see,
pick
like,
somebody else that would have actually
I've
done
been,
it?
I've been
Why
in the middle of
you?
something like that recently. Not recent, like a while ago, sha, but I got someone involved in something based on this is my friend. She's good at this. But we got there. And you man them, they don't even tell me because they know.
Yeah.
Like you get. So they sent another gender come meet me. You get. And I had to like address it that no man, I'm not going to do that. Like, do you understand? And it was disgusting because these were people I respected initially. Then it
I
now
also
became
have introduced like my female friends.
You
people
get.
that I thought that my male
so I
friends,
had to
like,
go tell the babe.
Always so disappointing
Please, oh,
when you
like,
find
you
out
get.
people that
That's-
you know
that's
this
another
how
corporate
they
entity.
behave.
Yeah, because it's everywhere, it's even
trafficking
in
market,
corporate.
but
Yeah.
Oh, wait, sorry. Uju, how did you escape, Abeg? How did
I'm
you?
getting there. Let's see the
Okay.
Yeah, I'm done. Okay, I'm done.
Okay,
It's
so-
Wait,
crazy.
they wanted you to do gigolo. What was that thing called?
No, like
They
I,
wanted to get with the
the
lady bros.
lady, like
The lady he
I was
brought.
asked
Oh,
to
the-
bring someone
oh.
into the mix of what we're trying
Oh.
to do. Do you
But it's
understand?
not for
But
work
it wasn't
purposes.
like
It would have
it wasn't.
sponsored
It wasn't.
them,
Yeah,
because
do you
that's how you were in
understand?
on
You
it.
get
Yeah,
so,
she
but
was
it
trying what
wasn't.
they
It wasn't
planned.
like the main people that you get. It was a thing of the same thing. The Chinese they came
Yeah.
to you get another people that they wanted to please and some shit like that.
And funny thing, like they have girls that would literally do these things.
Just
But like,
hold
just
on.
get
I
them.
don't
there.
know.
For Christ's sake.
This thing happened with corporate world as well.
So you cannot just
She's
wear
saying
corporate.
that
I'm a
there's
corporate.
a whole
Marketers.
escort market.
Yeah.
Exactly, that can
that
be
I'm
easy for
I'm
free.
a-
People with such
They don't want
interest.
They don't want eco markets.
You don't get it. You
Okay.
don't get even in the
That's
corporate
right.
world.
Escort. I did not say
Even in the
I
corporate
said
world.
escort.
Even in the corporate world.
That's
Exactly.
different things.
So at this point, we are still trying to leave the hall or whatever. So I'm already telling him that, oh, I need to go and talk to my team to understand what is happening. So I went back to where my team is sitting. Most of them have already started networking or whatever.
Genuine networking.
So I'm trying to talk to one of them that was there, like, oh, see what's happening, or see the situation that's here. He was like, oh, where does he want to take you to? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. That's why I'm literally coming to tell you guys what's up. So I think most of them, all of them now saw, like, I was trying to have a conversation with this person. So they all came out, like, and what's happening? So the man is telling, I'm telling them that the man is telling me to go with him to wherever he wants me to go with him to. They're not saying that, oh, you don't want to follow him.
I don't understand.
Why would I want to follow him? I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. Sit down now. I'm like, no, I'm not to talk to people. I'm like, no, don't talk to people again. Don't worry, just sit down. I'm like, this is already getting really embarrassing even for me.
Officially
So I'm just there
It's not
sitting.
that she was never there.
They were giving me chops, meals I was eating. Like they even told me that I should not talk to anybody again. I'm like, okay,
You're
that's
like
fine.
they're
It's where
protecting you
markets
from
were
the
It's
wolves.
food. You know, it's food.
I was just there
like they
sitting.
were
Oh, I was
protecting.
eating the chops,
Exactly.
eating coffee, drinking this one, drinking that one,
because you
drinking
know
that
there's
one.
no
I
salary
understand.
for you again. So
We
just
got
Honestly, I'm
so
really
this
grateful.
is like 2-3 days post the event and everything. So they're texting on the group chat about how the whole event went up, everything went up. And I mean, I'm trying to contribute that, oh, I spoke to this person that is the head of this one, spoke to this person that's the head of this one. Once I started talking, everybody just, like, the group chat just went silent.
Ended. No one replied.
As if no, like, me speaking was now what reminded them of what happened.
This rubbish girl. Wow.
That evening, I just received, hello, Obianoju, we are sorry to
Hey.
inform you that
Sorry.
we are sorry
That
to
same
inform
evening,
you
they
that
forgot that you were on the group.
they said that I don't have the they tried to
XP.
what it
You don't
takes.
have the
Work with this
XP.
they put it in a
organization.
way
They don't
that
have
I didn't know how to talk to the other people that were there. Like, I didn't have good networking skills. They are looking for people who know how to interact with their clients, that
They're
can get them
looking for
potential
women
clients and
who
everything.
will
I'm
be
like,
their
oh,
professional.
oh, okay, that's what we're doing here. Ah, that's fine. I'm like, okay, I changed it for all of them in that group chat first before I even left the group
Exactly,
chat.
better
Just
cut
talking
her
that.
there.
That was never the case. Nobody told you to sleep with him. That see, master gaslighting. Like, nobody to just talk to him. There's how you.
It's how you talk to
So
him.
someone that is grabbing your back.
Yeah, man.
Someone that's
We
how
have
you
not
try
even
to
left
talk.
the fucking
Like,
hall.
you did not even
Like,
wait for us to leave.
everybody that's inside the hall can literally see you grabbing my ass. Like, what's up?
Oh, they all saw it.
But like they were walking away from
It's just
the
like
hall.
we are
They
in
had
this.
not even finished the
Exactly.
walking
We're just like we're in this space, so we're trying to leave, and we're still at this spot. You're already pressing you're already pressing my ass.
Wait.
So as creatives, do you think you can be bots? I mean, morals, aside from obviously sexual and all that stuff, like with your everybody has morals here, I believe. So do you think like there's a certain amount of money that will make you do things that you will not normally do as a creative? If yes, how much?
Everyone has a price.
Everyone has a price, period.
Can I say something?
Okay.
So there's this man that told me one thing. He said one thing he learned at a young age is to never see what he would do in a situation that has not happened to him. yet. So I don't know what I would do. But now I'll say I have morals. I can do some things. But I actually don't know. The truth is I don't know. You understand? I might be- yeah.
Hypothetically, should in case.
Should in case. I still don't know.
Okay.
But what
I
I
can
know
be-
now,
I know, I'm
what
in
me
the
I
know
know
already.
now is that I would not like, and I've had experiences where I've had to like pick my morals over like, you get, it's not right, I can't do it, I can't be here. This is not how the people I brought on are supposed to be treated. Nah, no matter how much platform you think you will give me, it's fine, I'll walk away. But you don't treat people like that. I've done that. But when you say everybody has a price, I don't know what to, if they give me like $1 billion.
You see?
I don't know.
You know what I'm
You
talking
get?
about.
I don't really know.
What context do you get? So
Yeah,
like you're
that's what
killing
I'm
someone. So
saying.
if you're saying killing
So,
someone, obviously you
let's
want to
say
understand.
That's why she said moral. It's not like an ethical.
Yeah. So let's see. Let me use your experience and example where you went for the whole modeling stuff that they were touching your breast and everything. So let's say it got to the
And
point.
they want Thank God that they these are rumors that start. You tell
Don't touch our
the
breast.
person now go and tell another person
Chinese
another
whisper.
thing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And if that reason
story by extent.
You when you touch your you don't use your own story.
A Chinese whisper. Typical.
That's bad.
Okay.
It never happened.
My bad. Okay,
Yes.
what if it was that? Let's say that
Sort of
experience.
situation. How much?
Yes. Like, how much do you think they would have?
go-
Like, do you think
Will you
there was
remove
a
your
certain amount
shirt
of money they would have
And
given
so
you?
it depends.
and
I'll
you say
just
yes?
convert it to bikini shoot in my head. So that's very different.
So you're saying
so
yes.
we're doing nude, not full nude. If we're doing a bikini shoot, you can pay me for that. But to go full nude in my face showing, I don't think you can pay me.
If they give you $1 billion, you will not do it.
But you can do without your face showing.
If they give you $1 billion, you will not do it. So you can be bought. So my price would have been, let me just say roughly, I will not put it too high, but let me just say roughly $50 million only. I'm not asking for too much, that's all.
Instagram or Twitter?
Instagram.
Instagram or Twitter?
Instagram.
Instagram or
Insta.
Twitter?
Instagram.
Instagram or Twitter?
I don't know.
You don't even look like you have a social media presence.
I wish I didn't.
Okay.
But like I need it. Like
Yeah.
I
yes.
am.
Yeah.
Yes, sucks
We
for
need
you.
Yes, so my question. Nowadays we have like a whole lot of people that are now creatives. Like almost everybody's a
Air
creative.
quotes.
Almost everybody
Because
has
nobody wants
a
to do
social
9 to
media
5.
page
My
that
dear.
is probably doing
Oh,
this,
man, I
doing
do the
that,
9 to 5 job.
and
do what?
then
9 to 5.
Come on, that
everything.
you
professionals.
Very
Like we have like other professionals.
You have to clock in.
Yeah.
He probably
Oh,
closed
we
it.
came out, I just literally came out from ABK yesterday.
Talk.
You understand? Night. Like,
I love
so,
you. We're saying.
Yeah. So like, what is your take? Do you think that this like the way this world is becoming is what's the word? The way this world is only viewing everybody as professionals. Do you think it's an issue, or do you think that it's not an issue? Is it going to be an issue in the future? Because I mean, the generation that is coming after us, they are worse. They're crazy set of people.
A
I
professional
think-
will always remain a professional.
I swear.
Not everybody, like
honestly.
not everybody wants to be a professional.
Yeah, but
now.
then for the creative industry, a professional will always remain a professional.
yeah.
So because I've seen something like that in my own space, and I'm like, okay, people can just run it for 2-3 months and you see that they are gone, or you see people run it for 2-3 years and they are gone. But then for those that you like call professionals are those that can actually sustain it for a long time.
Yeah.
Like
No, she's like everyone is now running to the
Okay.
creative.
Yeah, and
Even
everyone
this
is now
generation
a,
self, who
a
is
content
I think-
creator.
So we still doing
like
doctor.
who's gonna be the bankers? My
still
my
have
sister,
their
my
interest.
younger sister
Some
has
people
like
still have their interest in that
a
field.
math guru. Like he's probably autistic because he's very good, very fast with maths. He's not gonna do photography. Don't worry.
So that's the
just
thing.
feel
Another
like
thing I
I'm
feel like
still not gonna go
they
do
should
photography.
institutions, schools, they should actually introduce more creative courses or whatever.
Exactly.
If you're
So
saying
from
this
the
now,
beginning,
yeah,
you look boring.
automatically taking the
Yeah.
whole
Like
competition
when
out
you
of it now.
stress about something, it will look boring to you.
So I think
I
that's
feel
one
like
thing.
there's a shift. That's what I feel. Everybody's running away from doing hard work, forgetting that creativity also.
the
Yeah,
hardest-
is
it's the hardest
hard.
And
Because
that's
you're not sure of your pay. You do not have
Yeah.
monthly pay. You do not know if what
There's
you are
no
doing.
starting
where
salary
everybody
in
is-
creative.
So you
and
find
one
a
thing
lot
about
of people,
No
the doctors
starting
that are
salary.
creatives. If you go on TikTok, you see everybody has a niche. So they have a professional side, and they maybe at night they are now creating content. So you say a nurse that creates content on
Content,
TikTok.
that's
You say a
it.
doctor
That
that
one
the person's
has to
entire
force
content
it.
is on. You say a fashion designer, person's entire content is on creativity. But at a point in time, we will now raise a lot of people that think that they can just make fast money with creative space.
Exactly.
And before you know, the content that we're now consuming is not even up to standards because every single
Everybody
person wants to just put a
putting
camera
out
and
content.
Like, it
I
now
want
feels
to
like
say
everybody's literally
something.
in news
It will now
Nobody
be
wins
saturated,
anybody
exactly.
that is successful in the creative industry, they don't win anything. Let's get that clear. Nobody's winging anything. They plan strategize They, even though it looks stupid, they know that stupid is making them money. So stupid professionally, like.
So
Stupid
for how
one,
long do you want
two,
to be
three.
stupid for?
And now they're making the money forever.
As long as you
What
can.
are
But that's when you realize that you're broke.
Like,
Yes, now it's a problem.
watering down
Yeah, it's
the
watering down,
quality.
yeah.
It's watering down the quality. Because like for the longest of time, music videos were like all these 2000 music videos. What were they? It's just very recent, like
content
TJ
you
Omori,
create?
that he brought this very edgy, new, very African vibe to shooting music videos, and now a lot of people
And these guys
use
too,
that trend.
Vogue
Before,
Boys.
yeah.
Yeah, like they are
They do
different
it,
with their craft.
LL&B, they're
LL&B.
very much different.
Yeah,
different with their
like I
craft.
really love those people.
That's why I can never
That's
miss
right.
their parties.
What?
Vogue boys.
You can't go to their
I
parties.
can't
Why?
miss
Miss
their
their
parties.
Oh, miss their parties. I've never seen you at one.
Front. Are you at the front? If you're not at the front, you will not see me.
Okay, so where are you?
Would you answer?
In between.
So you were
You see when everybody's
You were at live sports in
when everybody's
December.
jumping and going crazy.
You were at live sports in December.
No, I wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
When everybody's jumping and going
December, she
crazy,
went for
go and look for me there. You see me there.
Oh yeah, you're 26. You were not. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I was there. On
Trust.
your behalf. Oh my God! You sent me the video.
So you know.
Who said no?
I was like, no be worries, be this.
This Gandu. Oh my God! It was so much fun for this pilot episode. Thank you guys. This is Let's Talk About It Creatives, and we will be seeing you next episode.
Bye.